Hey again, Tyler Parsons with Parsons Golf Performance. Today I'm bringing you another full golf workout, start to finish, hammer out stability, some strength, rotation, everything you need to improve that body and help that game get better. So we can do this either in the gym, which I'll be using a cable cross shortly, or if you're at home or on the road even, bring those bands with you. A couple of great exercises we can do there. Trying to tailor everything specifically to those movements that again are going to help out. If you haven't already, make sure you're doing that warm up and let's get started. Okay, so for this one, we're looking at working into that piriformis, working with some external rotation of this leg. And what we're going to do is a straightforward pigeon to start with. Okay, so simple yoga pose. We've got our leg out in front. We're going to hop up and try and drop down, putting this hip on this opposite leg and laying into that the best that you can. So again, we're stretching out this piriformis muscle and really just spending some time running through there, 10 or 15 seconds. And what we're going to do is now we're going to give it a little quarter turn and rotate into the leg. Same thing, we'll be down, hold that the best that you can. And don't worry about going too deep right out of the gate, but really just focus on that breathing, try and relax. Feel that nice big stretch. We're up and over, and now I'm going to rotate against and go down, okay? So very simple. It's called a pigeon three-way. We're going straight away. Doesn't matter the order. We're out to one side holding, and then we're out to that other side. Obviously, once we're finished with one leg, progress over, go to that other, go through 2 sets for me, really trying to help open up those hips. Again, working on that piriformis, working on that external rotation, freeing up those hips for more movement. Okay, so we're over to a cable cross here. Feel free if you're at home to use that band. What we're looking to do is get into that golf posture. You can see that I've got a nice loaded state, so I'm turning across. And we want to keep this arm straight, helping with the sequence. We're going to go on and let those hips go, followed up by the chest, arm, nice big rotation, back, going through. Really try to, again, use those hips, engage, rotate through, work on this turn. We'll obviously be doing both directions. We want to go through that set of 12, really focusing on that separation, bracing with that core, doing our best not to come out of posture, and really rotating through. Great exercise for you. All right, so if you're in the gym, grab a medicine ball. This is a 10-pound. I know this is about the right weight for me. You don't want to make it too heavy because we're going to try to be explosive. If you are traveling or at home, find something to anchor a band to, and you'll see what I'm talking about. What we're going to do is put one foot up, the other is out in front of us. We're going to make sure it's far enough in front as we squat down. We're not loading with that knee too much out in front. So we're dropping straight down, working those legs, we're stretching, stabilizing. Then what I want you to do is we're going to come up. As we come up and explode, we're going to do a chest pass out. So you can see if we have that band, how we can do that. So we're going to be down, we're up, throwing the ball out. Obviously we need a partner or a rebound if we're using the ball, so the band may be best served with you depending on if you have a workout partner. Going through, I would love for you to be able to do 2 sets of 8. This may fatigue the legs pretty quick, especially with the explosive throwing, so do what you can do. But always chart that progress, make sure that you're getting better. If you can, chart how far you're throwing it as well. But it's going to be great with that single leg to help with the vertical thrust and improve that ground force with the additional pass, okay? So the more we can work it through multiple different planes of motion, as well as make the movement more compound, the better the body's going to respond, the better that golf game is going to get. So we're back to our cable cross. Again, use that band if you're at home. But I have it loaded up, and we can do this one of 2 ways. If we want to drop down into this half kneeling lunge position, that's going to help that lower body have to stabilize as we turn. So it's going to be a little bit more advanced. If you want, you can get nice and tall, just split the stance. But we're going to go through, I call this an ab ripper. It gets loaded from here, turning, going through a throw motion. We want to turn and load and then fire back through, okay? So we're going to up the weight a little bit Try to up the resistance on the band. Looking to only go to 8. Again, really trying to hold that lower body still, but firing and going through. We'd obviously switch to this other side and really pull, throw through, keep that upper body in that golf posture. Stabilize, stabilize, stabilize. Again, we're going to hammer that out more and more using different segments to do their job while they're rotating, while they're bracing. All right, so very, very straightforward exercise here, but you need to be in front of the mirror and really monitor what you're doing. Have a 5-pound weight. You can add or subtract a little bit of weight off of it. Get the feet planted nice and shoulder width apart. We're going to take the weight out in front, and I want you to give me a nice big turn, back to the middle, and a nice big turn. So you're probably wondering, okay, why is this going to be helpful? What a lot of you are going to do at home is as you turn, you're going to try to counterbalance, and you can see that I'm starting to lean, so then we're doing more of this. I really want to brace with our midsection here, rotate, come back, and rotate. So if you get it too heavy, it's going to be very difficult to do. Let's learn to crawl before we walk, before we run. So start light, brace, going through that set of 12, nice and smooth and easy, not trying to rush it, but again, get in front of that mirror, make sure that we're keeping that spine angle and that we're rotating efficiently. Back to our medicine ball, and again, use that band if we need to. This is one of my favorite exercises because it helps the player learn what it feels like to load, and it's in a abbreviated state, so it's not going to mimic the golf swing, but the feeling is going to be the same, okay? We take it, we're down to the golf posture. We're going to squat and load, fire up, turn, and throw the ball, okay? So I'm going to do it without the throw, but I'm in through here. You can see that I'm moving, shifting over into my right in this instance. I'm down, I'm up, thrusting. You can even watch the footwork as I go through and do that. The left foot likes to get a little airborne because we have so much ground force and thrust in through there. We're going through, doing our set of 8. We're going to switch, go the other direction. You can see I don't have as much thrust there because I'm not left-handed. I'm not trying to rip it out on my backswing, but something that's very good. We want to make sure that we keep that body as level as we can both ways. Work on that brake system. I've got a couple of videos on that, but the body's only going to speed up as efficiently as it can slow down because it's trying to prevent that injury. So anytime that we can do something the opposite direction, we want to build it up and go as fast as we can. Again, go through your set. 2 sets of 8 each side. Same as before, make sure that you are loading and not just doing a straight squat. Chart that progress, see how far you're throwing it. Try to make it further and further on each throw, as well as from week to week. Extremely helpful. For this one, grab a golf club, rod, whatever you need. As always, I have my handy speed stick here. What we're going to do is something that's very straightforward. So I'm going to show you 2 variations that you can do. We're going to start by going into a lunge with the club up overhead and rotate towards the knee that's down, pushing off, driving back, nice big turn. That's a straightforward version, okay? Show you again from here. We're down. Again, watch that front knee, nice big rotation. Keeping that head straight away, because just like the golf swing, we want it here, so I don't want you getting used to this. It's going to be great. Again, stability of that lower body, that's a given. Working on that rotation. Going to feel some pull in through the hips if you're tight, up into that psoas possibly. As well as I have a little bit of tightness in through my T-spine and my shoulder blades. So great for that movement. Now, let's kick it up a notch. And what we're going to do here is really make that hip flexor activate and be mad. So we're going down, we're lifting up, and I want to turn and twist back. Really elongating this entire portion in through here, up and back, going to this other one. So we're here, and really pushing it forward, okay? So again, from the side so you can see, we're going here, back, nice big twist, really feeling a stretching through the quad, up into that hip flexor, and again, deep into that abdominal, which is going to be that iliopsoas, okay? Very, very helpful. to hammer that out, to stretch, to get it to activate. Time to hit that core, because it wouldn't be a workout if we were not activating that. You're going to see as you're going through this, you're definitely going to be feeling it already, but we want to focus just on that. And what we're going to do are leg circles. So I'm going back, and all I want to do is rotate and make as big of a circle as I can, trying to keep that upper body nice and still and quiet, not letting them touch the ground. It'd be great if you can sit there and do a set of 10 and then go another set of 10 the other direction. Let's start with 5. And so as you can see it from the side, I want to go on and come up with my shoulders so that I'm already hitting and working down and through there. And then there's my nice big turn. Do your best not to use the elbows or anything for added support to where we're here. But again, making those muscles recruit and do their job. If you start off and you're extremely weak, it's a fantastic exercise for you. Just do your best to get through it, and each day it will get better. So for those of you at home who have that already really solid core and want something a little bit more advanced, this one's for you. So what we're going to do is, you can see that I'm basically, shoulder blades are off the ground, feet are off the ground, and we're going to do a bicycle. Okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to start with the feet there. I'm going to come up and over, back down, up and over, back down, and doing the best we can to return to that state. Not letting the heels touch the ground. Once we start, the shoulder blades aren't going to touch the ground. But we're having to come up with a nice little rotation. We're back down. We're up and over. Love the combination, because what we're having to do, again, from here, we're really having to stabilize. So again, it's like an advanced plank. We have to stabilize in the swing. However, we also have rotation, so that we're working the up, but then also the over, which is really going to mimic stabilizing and turning in through here. So it's not just for power, it's extremely functional. Make sure that you're hammering this out. Build up to where hopefully you can do your set of 10 right here, even more. But make that core work, make it functional, and don't just always sit there and do the same old tired crunch. So we've stretched out in through the hips. Let's go and make those muscles fire a little bit more. So what we're going to do is go down into our lunge, and then I want you to drag this foot up, bring it through, and then we're going to do a little turn, okay? So I'll show you from 2 different angles here. We're going to be down, up and over. So it's back down, driving up with a nice little turn. And then we're going to be from that different angle, up and then over. Why is this helpful? As we're in through here, again, we've stretched it, we've got it elongated. We want to be able to get that hip to drive forward and fire, and then once it's up, obviously everybody can see the correlation of why we want it to rotate. But hammering out through the hips, making them not only more flexible, but stronger and more functional for that golf game, so that once we're in through here, we can really push, drive, turn, get more separation, more explosiveness off that ground, firing those hips around. No one's hips have ever fired too fast, so we want them to be ripping through, helping us, again, if we've done our work, stabilizing through here, and that body's now going to be able to rotate in sync more consistently, hopefully controlling that club face. So, fantastic series of exercises. Go through, make sure that you're keeping up with it. Hopefully it's helpful. If so, we'd love to hear from everybody. Let me know what you think.